I'm Olivia with the Investing News Network, and I'm here with our energy reporter Georgia, who's going to talk to us about the uranium, oil, and gas markets. Now, Georgia, what was one of the biggest uranium stories in September?
One of the biggest uranium stories out of the sector was the announcement that UEX was going to start their summer drill program. Their mine is located in the Athabasca Basin of Saskatchewan, which is arguably Canada's uranium capital. So it'll be interesting to see if UEX's project is as productive and lucrative as they hope it is.
Interesting, okay. And UEX wasn't the only Saskatchewan-based explorer making headlines in September, were they?
No. Denison actually purchased Cameco's 24% interest in the Wheeler project. Now, our viewers may remember last month, Cameco was still making news when they had indefinitely shut down the MacArthur project. So it'll be interesting to see where they decide to focus next, because it's probably not Saskatchewan.
Okay, and speaking of which, INN actually sat down with ISO Energy CEO Craig Perry. Did he have any insight on the area?
Yes, Mr. Perry gave us an overview of the projects that he's been working on, and he says that Saskatchewan is probably one of the best places in the world to mine, and it's definitely the best place to mine for uranium.
Well, thank you for the uranium update, Georgia. And if we could shift gears over to oil and gas, what were some of the top stories in September?
One of the largest stories from the oil and gas sector was the announcement that Australian energy producer Santos had gotten rid of its last non-core Asian asset. The company had announced in May that it was going to be getting rid of all of its non-core Asian assets to focus on production in New Guinea and Australia. Santos brought in $221 million from the sale and will also be closing down productions in Bangladesh and Malaysia. Now, you covered a pretty interesting story out of Australia.
I did. So, consultancy firm Wood Mackenzie released a report explaining Australia's natural gas predicament. According to the report, if the country doesn't find more supplies or exploration program for liquefied natural gas, there could be major outages across the country by 2028.
Now, what is creating this worry of a shortage?
According to Mackenzie, the country just simply needs to find better ways to balance domestic supply and international export.
International experts were also making news last week when President Trump tweeted the OPEC nations that he really wanted them to bring prices down. He had hoped that they would heed his warning when they met last weekend for an OPEC summit. However, they did not, and the prices have continued to steadily increase. In fact, WTI crude was on a 6-month high September 24th, sitting around US 73, and Brent crude also skyrocketed to US 79.93 a barrel, a 4-month record.
Okay. Well, thank you for the oil and gas update, along with uranium, of course. And you can check out all of our energy news online at INN_resource on Twitter and Investing News Network on LinkedIn and Facebook.